What is agroterrorism? Hey race, why the smuggled fungus in FBI's case has raised alarms. The recent arrest of 2 Chinese nationals for allegedly smuggling a dangerous fungus into the United States has put the spotlight on a growing but often under-discussed threat, agroterrorism. The FBI has called it a serious national security threat, warning that biological agents targeting food supplies could cripple economies and endanger millions. But what exactly is agroterrorism, and why has a common crop fungus triggered such alarm? Also read: direct threat, Chinese couple caught smuggling agroterrorism agent into Usnan. Agroterrorism, short for agricultural terrorism, refers to the deliberate introduction of pests, diseases, or pathogens into a country's food supply or agricultural sector with the intent to cause economic disruption, food shortages, or social unrest. Unlike conventional terrorism, the targets are not civilians or infrastructure, but plants, livestock, and critical food systems. Given the global interconnectedness of supply chains, even a localized outbreak can have ripple effects across economies and international markets. Nanan, the pathogen at the center of this case is Fusarium graminearum, a crop-infecting fungus already present in parts of North America, Europe, and Asia, but subject to strict controls when moved across borders. Introducing it into new regions, or into research environments without authorization, risks triggering outbreaks in vulnerable crop systems that may lack resistance to more aggressive or unfamiliar strains, leading to highly destructive consequences. What does it do? It causes Fusarium head blight, also called scab, a serious disease that primarily affects cereal crops such as wheat, barley, oats, and corn. The fungus attacks the flowering heads of these plants, reducing grain development and significantly lowering yields. But the damage doesn't stop there. Infected grains are often contaminated with toxic compounds called mycotoxins, particularly deoxynivalenol, also known as vomitoxin. These toxins are harmful to both humans and animals if consumed, rendering large portions of the harvest unfit for food or feed, even if the crop volume appears intact. Economic impact globally, Fusarium head blight causes billions of dollars in agricultural losses every year. In the United States alone, outbreaks have cost wheat and barley farmers an estimated $3 billion to $4 billion in losses since the 1990s. In severe outbreak years, such as 1993 and 1998, affected regions saw yield losses of up to 50% or in some wheat-growing areas. Beyond direct yield loss, the presence of mycotoxins often forces entire harvests to be discarded or heavily processed to remove contaminated grain, further compounding economic damage for farmers, exporters, and food processors. Nanan, the fact that a fungus is involved naturally draws comparisons to The Last of Us, the popular series where a mutated fungus wipes out most of humanity. But while both involve fungi, the similarity largely ends there. The pathogen smuggled into the U.S., Fusarium graminearum, targets crops, not humans. Its primary threat is economic and agricultural, not epidemiological. It infects wheat, barley, and corn, destroying harvests and contaminating grain supplies with toxins harmful if consumed. In the worst-case scenario, it could trigger food shortages, destabilize markets, and cause large-scale financial losses, precisely why experts consider it a potential agroterrorism agent. Unlike The Last of Us, this is not about zombies, but in a highly globalized world where food security is deeply intertwined with national security, the stakes remain dangerously high. Nanan, while large-scale agroterrorism attacks remain rare, the threat has been on the radar of intelligence and biosecurity agencies for decades due to the potentially catastrophic consequences. Agriculture remains a vulnerable sector, highly centralized, easily disrupted, and slow to recover once infected or contaminated. Some notable examples and concerns. What makes agroterrorism particularly insidious is the delayed nature of its impact. A pathogen introduced covertly may not be detected until significant damage is done, making both prevention and rapid response critical. Nanan, the smuggling of Fusarium graminearum was not a casual or accidental act. According to the FBI, the accused individual brought the pathogen into the U.S. to conduct unsanctioned research at a Michigan lab. But more importantly, the FBI believes this could be part of a broader pattern where hostile state actors attempt to undermine critical sectors, in this case, America's food security, under the guise of academic research. As FBI Director Kash Patel put it, smuggling a known agroterrorism agent into the U.S. is not just a violation of law, it's a direct threat to national security. New, I can confirm that the FBI arrested a Chinese national within the United States who allegedly smuggled a dangerous biological pathogen into the country. The individual, Yunqing Jian, is alleged to have smuggled a dangerous fungus called Fusarium graminearum, which is an FBI Director Kash Patel. FBI Director Kash, June 3, 2025. Nanan, swipe left for next video. And according to an FBI criminal complaint, Zuniang Lu, 34, a researcher currently in China, brought the fungus into the United States while visiting his girlfriend, Yunqing Jian, 33, in July 2024. He admitted to smuggling in the fungus so he could conduct research on it at a University of Michigan laboratory where his girlfriend worked, according to the complaint. Nan, both individuals have been charged with conspiracy, smuggling goods into the United States, false statements, and visa fraud. Latest blogs.